All right, so anyways, you're going to show us about the new, as they're calling it, the Tavor shotgun.
Yeah, it's TS12.
Okay,
shotgun.
the TS12.
Shotgun 12.
All right.
So this is a gas-driven system. It has 3 tubes that run underneath it. That's the first thing that kind of draws the attention. It's pretty big, but it's only 8 pounds.
Okay.
So pretty lightweight. It's got threaded tubes, threaded muzzle, so you can actually change it and put Benelli, Beretta choke tubes in it, choke it down to whatever you need it to be. So it's kind of commercially available, nothing proprietary to what we do. Unique thing about it is I can run 5 rounds per tube of 2 3/4 inch. When you press the lever and rotate, it will automatically drop a round onto the carrier and load it for you. So you don't have to turn it, press another device to get it to do
so if you're firing 5 and then you run,
I run out, and it will lock back.
and then it just loads it immediately?
Turn, and as soon as it knows that it doesn't know, it's not a computer.
Right.
The mechanical system knows that there's a round there, it will automatically load it in the chamber.
So when you run one tube dry and you switch tubes, it automatically loads the next round. So there's no other administrative.
There's nothing
thing
administratively you need to do. It does it for you.
Got it.
And you can also turn it right and left. It's up to you.
Oh, okay.
It's not directionally dependent.
Sure.
Charging handle, non-reciprocating on the left side, can be reversed. Ejection port can be reversed, and I can change the ejection on it at a user level. Cross bolt safety, cross lock safety, can be reversed as well.
Yes.
You know, the only mechanism on here that's not going to be reversible is the bolt release on this side. That has to stay there. You have a button on both sides. One located here, one locating here, right where the loading ports are. I can load the loading port on the left or right. It doesn't matter. It depends on your style of loading or where you're drawing from. Just shove it in and have a good time. But if I need to eject the rounds, you push the button, it'll drop it out. The casing, the rimmed cartridge will catch right on the actual shelf there, and you can pull it out one at a time. Other systems, you push the lever, you push the shell stop out of the way, it's going to dump them out of the tube.
Sure.
So this one's a little bit more civilized that way, basically. It's overall length about 28.34.
Approximately.
It's an 18.5-inch barrel. So compact system.
This is for the commercial market. This is not a military design.
Yes.
This is intended for competitors if people want a high-capacity shotgun.
Competitor, sporting, it's got a defensive role potentially. It's got M-lock rail on the side, so if you needed to attach a light onto it, you could potentially.
When I see this, I think of people in the 3-gun community in the open division.
A lot of folks want to do that.
One question I have here. So you have 15 rounds on deck, 5 in each of these tubes, right?
Plus one.
Plus one. So 16 rounds on deck. What happens when the stage requires 25 rounds? What's the reload once you've essentially depleted your tubes?
That's going to be up to the user. You know, whether he wants to grab 2 and try and jam them in the side and then turn it, that's on him.
Okay.
Everybody's going to have their own technique on it. A lot of folks are going to go with the 2 rounds.
Yep. Just start feeding in a more normal fashion at that point.
The cool thing about it is it's got this nice little channel that kind of guides everything into it.
Okay.
So that's going to make your life a little bit easier.
And we know that if it becomes popular, people will develop speed loaders.
Oh, they'll always do that.
What is the gas operation system? How is that actually functioning?
It's actually working right through this regulator right here.
Okay.
Dumps up, comes in, comes back through a piston rod.
So it is a piston.
Strikes the bolt.
Long stroke or short stroke?
Short
stroke piston.
It's also got a gas regulator for high and low.
Okay.
Pressure.
So you need high, low, and Winchester that works in everything.
Oh, God. Yeah, good luck on that.
All right, so we just looked also at the Tavor. They call it Tavor shotgun, although it's a T21.
And when you have a brand name, stick with it.
Yeah, no, that's branding, but it has nothing in practice in terms of design out with Tavor.
Right.
But they're calling it the T21 as well. Yeah. So you've got a essentially, you remember the old X-rail that you saw in 3-gun circles, in which there was this ridiculous magazine at the end of your gun and you turn it to feed the gun. That was the concept that never really had practical application.
Right.
They've taken the X-rail and moved it into a bullpup type shotgun, and actually taken the X-rail concept and made it looks like it's more viable.
Tell you what, it handles a lot better than it looks like.
It looks awful. It looks like another tactical tuna, like the FS2000. But when you pick it up, it actually feels okay.
It does, surprisingly. Yeah.
And they were able to answer some of the questions I had. So this is obviously designed for the commercial market. Right. This is not an IMI. We want to use this for military applications. We want to sell it here in the States. Now, it could have defensive purposes. A cop could enter it if you have it, or you could use it for home defense. When I look at that, what I see is open shotguns.
Yeah.
Because you know, like Russell, Sinister Rifleman, has always been pushing the Vepr 12 and the Saiga, trying to have a box-fed magazine.
It's interesting. This is like the SHOT Show of high-capacity shotguns.
Yeah, exactly.
We saw the double-stack mag from Mossberg. IMI has a 15+1 capacity 3-2 bullpup shotgun.
Oh, you know,
Who
actually,
knows what else we will find?
when you think about it, and they actually answered the questions I had. So you have 15 rounds or 16 if you go 15 plus 1. Some stages, like hard as hell, you're going to go well over that.
Right.
Now, you cannot overcome the speed you would have with a box-fed magazine shotgun. However, this is semi-automatic, unlike the Mossberg. And the Vepers and Saigas are becoming a problem in this country because of Russian issues and poor manufacturing issues.
Right, those guns have always had some durability issues.
They do. I have one of the early ones that came in the country, and it actually worked really well. But I have like one of the first ones that came in the country. And apparently, when they were making the first ones that came in the country, they made the Russians not drink the hydraulic fluid when they made the gun, because the later ones are missing gas ports, or the mag wells are crazy, or whatever. So we're trying to see people now trying to take over that hole that's now being formed in this industry, or in this market.
Yeah.
The Mossberg being a pump gun makes me, I don't know, for an open gun, I don't want a pump gun.
That strikes me as Mossberg managed to get the rights to that magazine patent.
Yep.
Mossberg doesn't do a single other shotgun.
Yep.
So Mossberg is using it as a lever to, here's why you should buy a Mossberg, because we have these mags and everything else.
But in the competitive circles, I would say between the two, I would definitely go semi-automatic. But I would have to hope the stage didn't go over 15 rounds.
Yeah, because you can reload that, but that thing is basically like reloading a normal tube.
What would be super slick is if that X-Rail type thing was a magazine, and you could have extra of those. Let's say you had 15 here and 15 here, and you just take it off and put another one on. That'd be cool. But the fact is, once you run out of the 15, you start shoving it on the back again. I have a feeling that'd be a little awkward. But it's a compelling and interesting design.
It is certainly different.
I'm curious to see what happens.
Trying something that is different.
I'm curious. Well, it's not just different. Again, this is another one that the M1 Carbon we looked at was different just to be different.
Yeah.
This is different, but I think it might have a purpose, at least in competitive circles.
Yeah.
So, not derpy, kind of cool.
The question is, will it be the next Vepr, or will it be the next Taurus Curve? Which was also different for a specific reason and didn't really work out.
I guess we'll find out. We got to shove one into Sinister Rifleman's hand since he's still willing to shoot 3 guns.
Yeah,
Let's see what he thinks of that in terms of, in contrast to him.
Yeah.
Anyways, worth talking about. Thanks.